it's Tim from Premier Martial Arts here in Aurora, ready to go over our next piece of curriculum. We're going to use our jab cross combination today to build a few different skills, as well as practice our plucks and build speed and reaction in our self-defense. Also, don't forget to check out the video about our newest black belt excellence theme, positive self-image. Anyway, let's get started. Everybody feet together, set, out. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to use our jab cross to set up a slide and step, right, or a shuffle to take an angle on an opponent, and it looks like this. I'm going to go jab cross, shuffle. One more time, looks like this. All right, let's break it down. Starting with our jab cross. As I throw my cross, I want to make sure that I turn my hips as I extend that cross and I load my front leg. As soon as I throw this cross, before I finish retracting this cross, I'm going to go right into a shuffle, or the technical terms that I like to use, I call it a slide and step. A slide and step, I'm going to slide my back foot in to position my back foot and my back hip so that I can explosively move my front hip or my front foot. What I'm going to do once I slide that back foot in is I'm just going to explosively step that foot out so that I get the outside edge so that I can take this angle. Now, once I've taken that step, I'll go ahead and I'll slide that back foot, repositioning it so that I'm in the right angle. Now, as we take that step, again, we want to make sure that we do all these things speedy, right? I don't want to take too long to take those steps. I want to very quickly, as soon as I land that cross, explode into that angle. Again, my back foot slides in first. Position that front foot, and I'll go ahead and continue sliding that back foot to get me in the position that I want to be in. Now, using my jab cross, instead of setting up an angle, I'm going to use my jab cross to set up my rear leg kick, and it should look like this. All right, let's break it down. Now, I start with that jab cross. Notice though, I rotate into the cross and I am not going to retract my hip. I will start to retract my hand though. But notice how the hip position stays right where it is. I'm pushing that hip forward. Right away, I'm going to take that back leg and I'm going to bring up my chamber. Now, with that chamber, I can use this chamber to turn it into a round kick or a front kick. Today, I'm just going to go right into the front kick. So, with a little bit more speed, I shoot my jab cross. Again, I'll start to retract my hand, but I don't let my shoulder and my hip come back right away. I shoot that front kick. Jab cross, make sure I push that hip and that shoulder forward, leaving me right in position for that front kick. Besides making the combination quick, it should do a great job hiding the intention or the telegraphs of that rear leg kick. Instead of me bringing it all the way back and then pushing the hip forward again, I'm leaving the hip and shoulder forward, minimizing the movements, and giving giving my opponent less opportunity to realize that that leg is coming. All right, students, now for our self-defense today, what we're going to do is we're going to work on our plucks. First, let's think about the technique of a pluck. I want it to be explosive. When I think about a pluck, it is clearing my throat, clearing my neck from somebody else's grab. I don't want to counter an opponent's grab by grabbing and pulling. Again, I want my pluck to be explosive. So I make a strong hook like a swan neck, comes over towards my sternum, and then explosively pulling out towards my shoulder. Now, we want to make sure that we practice both with a single hand on either side, as well as both hands. Again, making sure that our hands go up over top and then explosively striking almost from our sternum out towards our armpits. Now let's practice that at a moment's notice. Go from a perfectly neutral position and alternate between those different plucks, going one side, other side, and the double pluck. An important Krav Maga concept is that when we start a defense, we counter-attack early and often, rather immediately or simultaneously if we can. With our plucks, we should be able to add simultaneous counter-attacks. First, with our single pluck, when I do a single pluck on one side, I want to, at the very same time, throw a palm strike with my opposite hand. Now, as I go and I start my pluck on one side, I'm going to take that shoulder and I'm going to start to dip that shoulder so that I can shoot my palm strike right up through the center. Now, with my double pluck, I should also be able to make a simultaneous counterattack. Even though both of my hands are busy doing the plucks, I should be able to immediately throw my legs into the equation. The same time I double pluck, I'm thinking of either doing a groin kick right away, or if my attacker is close enough with their grab, I could go to a knee strike at the very same time. All right, students, let's recap really quick the 3 concepts that we practiced today. First, building on our jab cross, we used our jab cross set up and angle by doing a slide and step, firing jab cross right away, hitting that shuffle with our feet so that we could take that angle. We also talked about using our jab cross to set up our rear leg attack, either a knee strike, a front kick, or a round kick by jab cross right away, launching into that kick, hiding the telegraphs. We also practice the concept of plucking, single arm plucking and double arm plucking. We also talked about incorporating simultaneous counterattacks with our palm strike on the single pluck or a kick or leg attack with our double pluck. All right, students, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching the video, for following along with me and practicing. Don't forget, like we said at the beginning, to check out the video about our Black Belt Excellence theme for the month of April, positive self-image. Anyway, I hope you're staying healthy, hope you're staying safe, and we will see you next time. Together, set, bow.